Hi there! You're invited to listen to an exclusive excerpt from the next episode that I'll be publishing on Sunday. My next guest is absolutely fascinating, and this is just a teaser of what you can expect from our discussion. Enjoy listening, and I'll see you on Sunday for the full episode.
Welcome to FinScale, a podcast created by Solène Niederkorn, shedding light on innovation in finance, banking, and insurance.
Investor relations, the secret ingredient of VCs. Daniel Keiper-Knorr, partner at Speedinvest.
In Speedinvest, we are not organized by geo coverage, but by specific technology sectors that we focus on. And what we try to do is to have in each of those offices people from every investment team being able to directly connect with the local ecosystem, build relationship with the founders early on to then by the moment they are raising capital, we already know them.
The crucial role investor relations plays in the VC world is just one of the topics we dive into with Daniel during this episode. You'll discover that not only is this a subject that Speedinvest takes very seriously, but more often that investor relation is not given the kudos it deserves. What we find out is that there is clearly a parallel to startup funding rounds, and it's not laughing matter when it comes to institutional investors. Daniel gives us a behind-the-scenes look at these Austrian-based VCs' modus operandi, the tools they use, how their various offices operate, and how it all comes together. And finally, we talk about their investment thesis and unearth some of the gold nuggets in their portfolio. The VC as you have never seen it before. Enjoy listening! Hello, everyone. Hi, Daniel.
Hello. Hi, Solène.
I'm happy that we have the time to talk together today and very happy to talk about Speedinvest. Maybe I can ask you to present yourself 1-2 minutes for the people who don't know you yet.
Pleasure. So thank you. Thank you for the invitation. Happy New Year, everyone.
Yeah.
First week back in the office. So my name is Daniel. I'm one of the 5 founding partners of Vienna-based European venture capital firm Speedinvest. We started Speedinvest almost 12 years ago, back in 2010/2011. After 3 of the 5 co-founding partners having sold jointly, including myself, our technology company 3 years prior to that we built up in the early years of 2000 to 2006. And after the earnout period was over, we sat down together, thought what could be the next thing, and eventually came up with what turned now out to be Speedinvest. And me personally, I'm a Vienna-based. I was a banker before I entered the tech and venture capital ecosystem over 20 years ago. I used to work in asset management, equities trading, and private banking for 5 years, combined with Erste Bank and Credit Suisse in Zurich. And studied economy in Fribourg in Switzerland. Ski instructor before that. A typical Austrian career, I would say.
Thank you very much, Daniel. So actually, when I met Daniel, we were supposed to talk 20 minutes, and then it lasts, I guess, 90 minutes. So I hope it's going to be a bit shorter today. Yes, I was very interested.
I'll do my best.
But it's so interesting. I was very interested when we discussed last time because you have a different vision from what I generally hear from many VCs I've been discussing with, and about investor relations. This is something that you're holding for Speedinvest because you're the partner in charge of investor relations. So maybe before talking about specifically about Speedinvest, would it be possible for you to share with us what means a good VC organization first, and then what is the role of investor relations within Speedinvest more specifically?
Well, I think let me probably, despite the order of your question, start with the second question, because I think that's the easier one, or at least the shorter answer.
Yeah.
I think the core a competency in investor relations is basically managing expectations. Bringing a broad set of experience and knowledge and skills to it. Of course, the core competency is actually communications. And that's something not so easy to be learned. It's something acquired over years, and trying to, or developing an understanding of the audience you are communicating with, who are actually your LPs. Our LP base is pretty diverse, and I think we get to this a bit later on in the talk. Then it developed significantly from having been a tiny group of friends and families into a full-scale institutional investor LP base. And as over time that LP base developed, so has the way and the content of the communications that you're using. And I think that is the core competence. Of course, you have to have all your numbers ready on the spot, on time, always right. Managing expectations and avoiding surprises. This is what investors love the least, is surprises.
I get it.
Of course, a good surprise is always welcome, but again, it's a surprise. It's something you're not prepared for. And we are navigating in a market of such big uncertainty, and the job of investor relations is to take out as much surprise potential as possible. And then coming back to the wider scope of things, what in our belief makes a good venture capital organization, I think it's all about the team effort. We are not believing so much into the concept of solo GP. We learned ourselves that nobody can master all tasks at an equally good level that is good enough to actually talk to LPs and ask them for their hard-earned, bitterly taxed money to give you, and then to invest in high-risk assets.
Now that you've heard an excerpt from the upcoming episode on Sunday, make sure you stay tuned and connected so you don't miss a beat.